At some point in life, everyone was a Disney fan. Whether it be as a kid, teenager, or parent, there's some Disney movie everyone found comfort in, whether it be new or old. Kingdom Hearts as a franchise fuels itself heavily off of nostalgia from Disney and popularity from various IPs and characters. The game got its kickstart by using some of the most iconic characters in animation and JRPGs to skyrocket its popularity. And that it did, and everyone loved it. The first Kingdom Hearts game is a culmination of so many things people loved about the 90s and early 2000s while innovating it and creating something new that would make an impact on the gaming world for years to come. Fast forward over 22 years later, and Kingdom Hearts is still thriving, but in a very different way than it used to. As much as sides of the fan base love seeing their favorite Disney worlds or Final Fantasy cameos, a lot of fans have also fallen deeply immersed into the story and original characters that piloted this franchise. After over a dozen different releases, the story has attracted so much depth and original innovations that sometimes these inclusions can be seen as a hindrance to the story or a roadblock rather than a complement like it used to be. For more clarification, that roadblock being the Disney worlds or the Final Fantasy cameos. Not everyone thinks this, but there are many that do, and this became overly abundant with the release of Kingdom Hearts 3, which, regardless of your opinion on the game, most definitely sparked some controversy about the direction of the series. And similar to how Kingdom Hearts 3 would bring everything together story-wise, it also would bring a lot of emotions together from a various different group of fans, which leads to an important thing that you need to remember when viewing this controversy, and that is that all Kingdom Hearts fans are not built the same. Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 released not far apart from each other and only had one other story in between their separate releases. When it comes to the gap between Kingdom Hearts 2 and 3, it was a 13+ year gap. Not of development, but just a gap between the two games' releases. For a lot of gamers, that's a good chunk of life. 13 years is a long time, but that doesn't mean Kingdom Hearts' story stopped. A matter of fact, it got bigger than it ever had been previously. In the time it would take for them to start development for Kingdom Hearts 3, multiple different stories released, and a lot of these games sold decently well, to the point where these games were the entries for a lot of new fans into Kingdom Hearts. Most of these games still included Final Fantasy characters and Disney worlds. However, a lot of these other titles would add layers to the Kingdom Hearts story that would have a massive effect on Kingdom Hearts 3 as a whole and any game leading to it. There's a lot of people who like these stories and these characters, and there's nothing wrong with that. But because people want to see more of these original characters and stories that have been developed since the very first game, they don't think anything that's not progressing towards the story has nearly as much value, or at least its value has lessened over time. And this relates to our discussion about Disney worlds and Final Fantasy characters. There's a lot of layers to these perspectives, so it's not all just get rid of Disney or Final Fantasy because I want more story. A matter of fact, some people want Disney gone specifically so they can explore the Final Fantasy aspect of the series even more. And equally, there's another side to that spectrum that want to keep Disney how it is pretty much and think Final Fantasy characters don't serve any value aside from cameos. Opinions on this can get a little complicated, to put it lightly. Even more complicated than journalists like to pretend the story is. A lot of these debates among fan bases would essentially turn into what I like about the game matters a lot more than what you like about the game, which is typical social media discourse 101. With Kingdom Hearts though, what this means is that a lot of what people may have enjoyed about a game like Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 might not be the same as what someone would have enjoyed about Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep or Kingdom Hearts 3. And this is a mix and match of opinions from a lot of different games in the franchise. So as a developer, this is probably very difficult to deal with. Even in early interviews for Kingdom Hearts 4, the director of the series, Tetsuya Nomura, would talk about how reaction commands weren't popular or well liked in Kingdom Hearts 2, so they removed them in Kingdom Hearts 3, only for fans to be clamoring to have them back, which we would see in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. This is an example of just opinions changing over time. Kingdom Hearts, especially as a franchise, has grown and changed beyond anyone's imagination. Kingdom Hearts got so popular that its characters would be recognized in games like Smash. Sora would become so iconic among JRPGs that he'd even compete with some of the biggest of Final Fantasy characters in terms of popularity. The franchise has evolved game after game. For better or for worse, the series tries to innovate itself with every new project. And people are fond of different aspects of the franchise, and oftentimes the community debates with each other about what Kingdom Hearts can do with or do without. And usually the discussion boils down to Disney or Final Fantasy and what's more important to Kingdom Hearts. The claims being that Kingdom Hearts is still Kingdom Hearts without Disney. Kingdom Hearts is still Kingdom Hearts without Final Fantasy. The question and back and forth revolves around the original parts of the story, the things created through this collaboration project between Square Enix and Disney. These characters and the original worlds. Can Kingdom Hearts thrive with just these things? And remove the Disney or even Final Fantasy cameos altogether. Oftentimes, people's favorite moments in Kingdom Hearts are from these original worlds with original characters like Sora. So there is an argument there. The balance between original story and Disney content has become a worry in Kingdom Hearts games like Kingdom Hearts 3, which did not give original worlds like Twilight Town, Keyblade Graveyard, or Scarlet Kylam nearly as much love or attention as they did worlds like Toy Story or the Caribbean. Fans feel like these previous titles had a way better mix, and oftentimes the original worlds were given just as, if not more love and care than the Disney worlds. As someone who has Kingdom Hearts 3 as their favorite Kingdom Hearts title, this is even a problem I have with the game. Though despite this, I found myself enjoying the Disney world's interactions so much that the game would still end up being my favorite overall. But not everyone can say that or shares that opinion, and it's very concerning when you look at something like the Frozen world in Kingdom Hearts 3 and the general opinion on that world, with the main villain barely making an appearance in the entire story. Many like to follow the game theory speculation on what was removed from the Frozen world or what could have been, but the only info we really have on what happened with the world in Kingdom Hearts 3 is that Frozen had the most restrictions and nothing else. But working around restrictions isn't a abnormal thing when dealing with other licensed properties. There's dozens of other Kingdom Hearts worlds that likely had guidelines and restrictions because, let's face it here, Square Enix and Disney make very different types of stories, which is why this collaboration and the contrast of it is so valued by many. It's what makes Kingdom Hearts so unique. In what other universe are Cloud and Hades having a conversation, or hear Donald say,
Sora and Sephiroth?
I'm sure you get the point. The question from here would be if Frozen was just a one-off factor of potential Disney meddling, or is this something we can expect in the future whenever newer movies like Moana or Encanto get brought into the fray? Luckily, Kingdom Hearts 4 has a huge original world in Quadratum that's going to be a big part of the game, so people who wanted more original worlds in Kingdom Hearts 3 can maybe be satisfied. But Kingdom Hearts 4 is still going to have Disney worlds, and Kingdom Hearts is only getting more and more popular with time, so it's possible that Disney tries to get a lot more involved than they already have been. We already have insane rumors going around about a Kingdom Hearts movie, and there's no idea what implication this could have on the game. Though if you ask me personally, I don't think it'll have one. But this is a fear by many people. For some, this isn't just a collaboration, but a ticking time bomb that Disney is the controller of. At any point, if the collaboration isn't successful or as fruitful as it has been, Disney could just pull the plug, and Kingdom Hearts could be gone forever. And all these original characters, Sora, Riku, the organization, just everything could be gone. And realistically, Disney, being the licensed owner of the franchise, they could do that. But it's not likely, because more than that, what it might come from is that some fans just don't care about Disney anymore. I mean, a lot of us grew up on the Disney Renaissance films, and a lot of newer Kingdom Hearts games are likely to prefer new movies rather than old. This new era of Kingdom Hearts looks very promising. There's a lot of interest in the story of Kingdom Hearts Key, and people are obsessed with Versus 13 making a pseudo comeback through Verum Rex and a new character named Yozora. This furthers the argument that there's so much story in Kingdom Hearts that we don't need these other inclusions like Disney worlds. Let's just have an entire game where we explore original worlds in Quadratum as Sora or other characters. And while these sound like fun ideas for maybe a non-numbered title or a short adventure for something like Kingdom Hearts 4, Disney Worlds are a big expectation when it comes to numbered releases. Perhaps just as big of an expectation as Final Fantasy characters were in base Kingdom Hearts 3, and we saw how that worked out. So I don't really know if the adjacent effect would result in a more positive outcome. Some fans who are upset about Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts 3 feel like they should get a game without Disney to even the score, because walking through a rehash of a Disney movie doesn't really feel like Kingdom Hearts to some people. As you probably get by now, the real problem is that every conversation regarding the direction of Kingdom Hearts turns into a debate about what is Kingdom Hearts. Truthfully, Kingdom Hearts is something different for everyone, but I think really it's a little bit of everything. Kingdom Hearts is Disney. Kingdom Hearts is Final Fantasy. Kingdom Hearts is the original characters. Kingdom Hearts is the original worlds. Kingdom Hearts is a complex and deep story. It's all the things people debate about and more. A struggle I see with the future of the Kingdom Hearts franchise as fans get older and fans become more opinionated is to strike a balance of aspects with this collaboration with an audience where many want them to choose. I think because of how many different IPs and medias clash in the making of Kingdom Hearts, that Square Enix has a tough job on their end meeting the demands of an audience that have clashing preferences. When it comes to Disney inclusions in Kingdom Hearts, they aren't going away. If they do, Kingdom Hearts unfortunately would likely go with it. Though maybe that's not the worst thing, because Kingdom Hearts and its clashing genres of characters is what makes the franchise as lighthearted as it can be deep, as to some lame and cringe as it can be cool and epic. This is a jack of all trades of a series. A lot of us, we all have a personal connection to this franchise, which is what makes debates and arguments so heated at times among fan bases, and because of that, it's probably going to be hard for the fan base to agree on anything. And that might be okay, because at its core, deep down, there's a light within this franchise that'll never go out.